Good evening. Good evening. Y'all was screaming and hollering a little while ago. Listen, in respect for the evening and not to keep you guys here too long, I just want to be not really brief, but I want to be succinct about what I want to say, or what I will say. I stand here proud alum, Binghamton University, very proud to be from the EOP program. Very proud to be from the theater department. See what I'm saying? Now see, when I say theater department, my goal is to make sure the next time I say theater department, when I'm here speaking 10 years from now, everybody stands up. See, because the theater department and the EOP department are the foundations of who I am. I gave it a lot of thought about what I would say to a room of distinguished, highly accomplished, exquisite intellectuals, and I really gave it some thought, so I came to the conclusion I couldn't say much to you guys that you haven't heard before. But I thought I would share with you what Binghamton has meant to me in the formation of who I am as a human being, the growth of who I am as a human being and as an artist. I left Lackawanna, New York at the age of 17, and I came to Binghamton, and I fell into the hands of a group of extraordinary individuals who befriended me after I proven myself after a little while. A young 17-year-old guy from Lackawanna got a lot to prove. And they helped shape, guide, protect, and nurture me. And that was a family that I created for myself because I needed it just as much as they needed to help me. And they were all here in Binghamton. The gentleman who was very instrumental at the EOP program, his name was John Yeldell. And I would be remiss if I didn't acknowledge John and Art Jackson, who in my darkest days of not knowing where I was going, what I was gonna do, and how I was gonna do it, they put me in closed doors in their offices and took the time out to say, Ruben, you got a lot going for you, and we want you to succeed. And we will provide whatever you need to make that happen. And that all happened here in Binghamton. Also, in the theater department, there were people like Kip Cat, Lofton Mitchell. We had Percival Board, the gentleman that Don Burrows, who I've been rolling out at most every time I come to Binghamton. And I don't roll him out to say thank you, because I've said thank you to Don many, many times. I roll him out to show that the teachers and the mentors here what the result of your mentoring is, and I'm part of the result of Don's mentoring. So that means a lot to me to be able to say, look, teachers, heads of departments, the time that you put into students can flourish and come back to haunt you. So I want to say thank you. But being in Binghamton and having the opportunity to find things was a big thing for me. The most important thing that I found was who I was. I found out who I was by learning my history, by going to that big building over there, the administration, the library, that funny looking building in the middle of the campus with the tall tower. And I just started to read. And I was informed that that's what I needed to do by a man named Lofton Mitchell. Lofton Mitchell showed me what was possible if I educated myself. If I stamped out ignorance and replaced it with enlightenment. When I went into that library and found out that African American people had contributed so much to this country, that this country wouldn't even exist without us, not in the capacity that it has, that I was not what other people thought I was who I knew I was. And that came to me through knowledge. Ignorance is a cancer and will eat you alive from the inside out. And until we all have some respect for each other's culture, each other's dignity, the next man's color, the next man's sexual orientation or woman's, not until we respect that place and position that the other individual that's across from you has, we must respect that. When we can respect that fully, then we can respect ourselves fully. And this country will flourish and rise. So the first thing I needed to find out was who I was so I can respect myself more and carry myself in a completely different way. When you understand who you are, integrity just, it bursts through you. And some people misconstrue that for arrogance. Some people misconstrue it for anything that's ugly and negative. But it is very positive when you see a person delved in their culture and is proud to share that culture, is proud to be a representative of that culture, is proud to be a person to represent that culture in all its glory. Part of my culture is being from Binghamton. And when I go places and I tell people, just like I'm from Lackawanna, no matter what show I'm on or what interview I do, they say, well, you from Buffalo? I say, I'm from Lackawanna, New York. That pride is in me, just like the pride, and I say I'm from Binghamton University. I was here when we were colonials. How many people were here when we were the Binghamton Colonials? Now, aren't you all very happy that we're not the Colonials anymore? I mean, what kind of name is that? You know, I mean, I understand what the Colonials did. I mean, but we're the Bearcats now. I mean, that's something you don't want to meet in a dark alley at night. A Bearcat, a Colonial, you might have a beer with him. You know, it's like, yeah, if you meet a Colonial, let's have a beer. But Bearcat, you just turn around and run. We got to get that reputation again. I know we got some of the athletic department over here, right? We got to start kicking booty in that. You know, we coming back. The Bearcats gonna bite some people. But the main thing, you know, I think that all of us in this room should be very proud of is that our university continues to grow, not only in education, but in prominence, in culture, in diversity. Those things are things to be very proud of. I'm very proud of Harvey Stenger in the direction that this in the direction that our university has gone in, and he's a vital part of that. And I remember I couldn't get a word in with the president of the university unless I took over the dining hall. And me and about 20 other dudes did take over the dining hall. Amiri Baraka is the one that set that out, God rest his soul. Amiri Baraka was here speaking, and I said, I'm trying to get a word with the president. He said, well, where the president have lunch? I said, over there in the dining hall. He said, well, go take it over. And I got my word in. I did get locked up over at security for it, though, you know. But I got my word in, you know, but with Harvey, if I say, Harvey, I'd like to talk to you, and I know he's tired of me talking to him about the significance of theater and what I think it can mean in this university, you know, because there are people over there that are really busting their butts to try to make our theater really strong and vital, and all we need is some support. I personally have volunteered my time, you know, and I stop the clocks when I come to Binghamton. I was telling Don Boros yesterday, my agent had me run into a movie audition, but I was heading to Binghamton, so I said they're gonna have to reschedule. Now, whether they reschedule or not, I was coming to Binghamton. Because in my heart of hearts, I want for all of you what I've had the opportunity to taste a little of. That's success. And I know it's a lot more that I need to taste, and it's a lot more that I need to learn, and it's a lot more that I will strive and work my butt off to represent this university, to represent the EOP program, to represent all those people whose backs I stand on, whose shoulders I stand on, who said, Ruben, yes, you can. Those people who I refused to disappoint, that I refused to fail because I was representing their hard work and efforts, their passion, their love, their nurturing of me. I refused to let them down. And then I stand up here and I talk about Binghamton, and everything I say, I don't just say here. I say in the world. This university has everything you need to succeed. The only part to it is you have to get it. Go get it. And I'm going to close in saying that I appreciate very much that Binghamton has extended a warm welcome to me and all my crazy ideas of things that I would love to see happen. They have not shunned me. They have not pushed me away. Harvey has had an open ear. Ann McCall, who I'm starting to have a relationship with, and I look forward to many things. Binghamton has asked to archive my papers, the things that my lovely wife, who is a vital part of my success, Ruben Santiago right here. All those papers that she keeps saying, baby, why you keep all this stuff? And I never knew why until I was asked to archive my papers here at Binghamton. So my scripts, my notes, my audition papers, my old headshots, letters from Lofton, letters from August Wilson, scripts, these things will be in the library here because this university means that much to me. Those papers mean a lot to me, and they will be archived here if I have anything to say about it. And I hope that people will continue to search, to seek, to find out all the incredible things that are offered to you at this university. And I say this from my heart. Bearcats, let's go get them.